Good evening and welcome to David Allen Memorial Ballpark here in Enid, Oklahoma as we get set for another Class 6A baseball matchup tonight. Your 20-10 Enid Plainsmen are facing district rivals, the 18-12 Bixby Spartans. I'm Sammy Good, and this is my longtime partner, Carson Litter. How are you feeling tonight?
Good, Sam, and thank you. The Plainsmen are currently sitting third in districts behind Sand Springs and Dew Creek, while Bixby sits at fourth. This is a big game for both teams late in the season.
Yes. For Enid, a win tonight plus a Sand Springs loss would put them back in second for district and in contention to try to take first place back from Deer Creek.
And for Bixby, expect an aggressive approach. This is a team that has great hitters and pitchers, and they want these final few games to count the most heading in the playoffs.
Exactly. Plainsmen and Spartans' first pitch will be coming up next, and we will be right back here on EPS TV. Right. Hey guys, how we feeling? Carson, tell us your mindset about this team matchup.
So first of all, you got number 17 versus number 20. This is going to be a great game for sure. Bixby last season, they went 23-13. They fell at regionals. Their head coach, Dean Wilson, is a legend in Oklahoma baseball. Plainsmen, they went 22-14 last year. They're led by legendary head coach Brad Gore, who's done a phenomenal job for them this past decade. But this game is going to be huge for sure. The Plainsmen are coming off of a win against Woodward last week. Bixby is coming off of a loss against Bishop Kelly, who is one of the best teams in the state. But I have a really good feeling about this. You know, we got some good guys out there today. We got Fowler pitching, and he's done a phenomenal job lately. But guys like John Crosby, Cody Young, and Graham Knight are going to kill it tonight for Bixby if Fowler doesn't know how to stop them.
Yeah, exactly. But also, this is the 10th straight year for Enid baseball getting 20-plus wins on a season. What a monumental thing to have.
For sure.
And most of those have been, I think, all under Coach Gore, huh?
Oh, yeah. The Plainsmen ended up hiring Coach Gore, I believe, in 2013. And ever since then, you know, at first a couple of slow starts to the seasons for him, but ever since then he's done a great job. You know, in 2023, I believe, they made the state championship versus Bixby before they fell to them, sadly. The last time these two teams played each other was last year when Bixby defeated Enid 0-1 in the regular season. But overall, the last 4 times they've met each other, it's been back and forth. It's currently 2-2 right now. So Enid's going to look to try to break that tonight.
Yes, and John Crosby is first to bat for the Spartans. That'll be ball 1. You can tell he almost hit him if he didn't move out the way.
And on deck right now is number 23, Graham Knight. Fowler's the only.
That's going to go right over Fowler's head into center field, and they're just going to keep him at first. So Graham Knight, second in the lineup. You can you got to clean it up for down here for sure.
Fowler's our only left-hand pitcher, and that was a nice single right there by Crosby to get Bixby off to a strong start on the top of this first inning.
Exactly. That's exactly how you want if you're the leading hitter. Pop fly right up.
Looks like Cal Gore is going to try to get that.
And our shortstop.
Looks like Matt Holtzel got that one.
Yeah, Matt Holtzel. Shortstop Matt Holtzel. The starting lineup is Keon Young in center field, Cal Gore at third base, Jevin Fowler at pitcher, Dallas Darrow at first, Jaron Dow in right field, Baylor Shaw at second, Zarek Slater is the catcher, Heek Weisel.
Designated hitter.
Yeah, designated hitter, excuse me. Kyan Butler is left field, and Matt Holtzel is your shortstop.
A little too low right there.
That is number 9, Jackson Turney, batting right now. So, you do have 1 out. Right over our head. Wow.
It's another foul, and good thing we got the window.
Good thing we got the window.
So, Bixby, you know, coming into this season, they were considered a top-tier team. They've definitely had, not the season they've wanted, but they haven't been doing awful. You know, they have guys like Graham Knight and Cody Young. Both of them are Cali Community College commits. They lost some key guys in Nate Lloyd, Corin Miller, and Brian Justice, who were some of their key players. You know, last year they actually went 31-10, and they were the state semifinalist. So they were really close to making it to state again.
It looks like they are going to try to steal second. They're going to call him safe at second, and the count is 1-1.
That was a nice steal right there by Crosby. Tried to get it over to Shaw. Not able to, though. It was a bit too low right there for him.
You can see Jevin is looking back and forth.
Yeah, Bixby's going to try to get off to a hot start right here. And on the mound right now is Dax Sullivan. Oh, excuse me, it's still Jackson Turney. Dak
Yes.
Sullivan is on deck.
Right by Jevin. Dive from Holtzel, just not able to make it. And that's going to get Crosby at first.
That's going to bring a score in for Bixby. That's how they wanted to start this game off. Crosby comes in to score, and then, they got Turney on first base.
Yeah, but we do have one out right there, so. And you got a runner on first.
It's a huge game for both teams. Enid's looking to try to get back to that top 2 position. That early in the season when they lost to Sand Springs, they actually split in those 2 games. Trying to get that back, though. So a win here today is going to be huge for them.
Yeah. He's signaling for a bunt right there, but that's going to be strike 1. 1-0-1 is the count from number 8, Dax Sullivan.
It's a nice pitch right there by Fowler. He's been having a great year so far. Had a great game against Deer Creek last week.
You do have runner on first in Jackson Turney, but you got to be careful, especially with all these guys. These guys are big guys. They can hit.
There's a reason they're ranked top in the state. That was just another nice pitch right there by Fowler. It's another strike as well. Trying to get that second out. Looks like that's going to be ball 2.
Yeah, 2-2 is the count.
It's a full count.
Yeah, full count right here. You got a lot going on. You got to be careful, especially in a moment like this.
It's do or die situation right here for Fowler. They already have one on first. They need to get the second out if they want to.
Yeah, you have one out. You can really. You only have 1 point on the board. And that's your second out right there. One more, and then it's the bottom of the first.
So on the mound right now for Bixby, it's Cody Youngs and Braxton Bacon is on deck.
Yes, Braxton Bacon on deck. 1-0 counts. You have 2 outs. You really got to clean up right here.
Yeah.
If you're Cody Young.
That was already a nice strike right there. And they still got Sullivan at first right now. Excuse me, they have Jackson Turney at first. Sullivan just struck out. Oh, and that's going to go to left. Is that going to go out? Oh, huge mistake right there. That might bring in another run for Bixby. It's going to be close. And he's out.
No, they called safe right there. They're going to call safe.
That looked really
right
close. There. That's a huge...
Poor Gore does not seem too happy about that one.
That's a huge run right there for Bixby. And they still have one at second base as well. Nice hit right there by Cody Young.
He has 2 outs.
And now Braxton Bacon on the mound, and then Barrett. Stanley is on deck. And nice score right there by Jackson Turney. Little low ball right there. Not the start that Fowler's wanted so far, but it is still early in the game, and we have seen this before where Enid goes down early and is able to come back in these games, so anything can happen. That's going to be a foul ball. That goes out of this ballpark. That's going to be strike 1. So it's 1-1 the count now. They're trying to catch him off guard at second. Not able to, though, and he does get back to plate. So it's 2-1 the count now with Cody Young at second and Braxton Bacon hitting right now. Good start here for Bixby. Looks like that one was a high ball right there. So it's 3-1 now, and a good chance right here for Bixby to get 2 on base with Cody Young and Braxton Bacon, and then Barrett Stanley is on deck, followed by Brody Stockard. Looks like Coach Gore and Slater are going to
talk to Jevin. Yeah, talk to Jevin. Really figure things out. You do have your guy on second for Bixby. You got 2 outs. Looks like Jevin's just in his head today. You really got to be careful, especially in times like these.
It is still early in the game, so probably just shaking off some nerves. Fowler has been pitching great lately, so a few mistakes happen. Anything can happen, though, in baseball.
Yes, anything can happen in any inning, especially.
Only 7 innings in high school baseball, so.
Yeah, Bixby is 2 up with 3 hits. It's going to be dinged out over the roof over here. Three-two count, full count. So you got to be really careful right here. I was going to go.
It's going to go out again.
So foul ball.
Some decent hitting right now by Braxton Bacon. Some good pitching, though, by Fowler. Trying to get this out to stop the bleeding early in this game. Just 2 inside right there, and Bacon's going to go to first. So Bixby does have 2 on base with 2 outs, top of the first.
You got runner on first and second. They're going to call in a relief runner. I mean, I think that's what it is. It's been a minute. I need to get caught up on my baseball. Been doing a lot of soccer streams recently.
Looks like that's number 2, Mashawn Miners. And now hitting is number 10, Barrett Stanley, and on deck is Brody Stockard. So Fowler's got a lot of work to do right here.
Yeah, you got to be careful with 1 on second. That was a very high ball right there. 0-1 is the count. 6:43 is the time if you're not paying attention to the clock. It is 78 degrees outside. Jevin Fowler gets ready to wind up, making sure he's looking back and forth between second and first. And that's it. Ball 2 right there. You got to be really careful in a situation like this. You can't give up a free base and load up the bases for number 18, Maddox Royce. That was another one far out there. Looks like he's throwing a little left, but they're going to call strike right there. But that one was nice, 70 miles an hour. That was biffed off of his hand, so he's going to or right off the inside of the handle too. So I'm not going to give him a walk. That also looked like it hit Brody's head. Good thing he's got that helmet on. 2-2 is the count. You got 2 outs. This very well could be your last batter of this inning. You got to play it safe here, but also get the guy out as soon as possible. That one's right over our left side. No, Mr. McKinney, we're not goofing around today. We are. We're not goofing around today, Mr. McKinley. 2-2 is still the count. And that was a high ball right there. That'll be full count right there.
It's a do or die situation right here for Fowler, though. Gotta stop this bleeding early in the first. Top of the first inning. You know, Bixby's already had a good start already. And that's not what Enid wants. Oh, foul, and that one goes right over our head. So Stanley does stay alive.
Three-two count, full count. In a situation like this, you really gotta figure things out if you're Jevin. He's throwing a little too far left, it seems.
If I was Jevin, I'd try to catch him off with a knuckleball, honestly.
I would do a slider up, and that's gonna be
nice. That's just a nice pitch by Fowler right there. Stop the bleeding early.
Yeah, and it looks like he's a little shook up about this inning. He's not too proud of it with the 2 runs from the Spartans, but
just got to bounce back.
It's easy when you have a lineup like the Plainsmen, starting off with Keon Young, who's also our center fielder. Excuse me.
Yeah, and then on deck it's going to be Cal Gore, followed by Fowler.
We have the Spartans getting a little warm right here. You really got to pay attention to how they get warm, especially, and how they move.
Pitching for the Spartans today. Looks like that is... Can't really tell from up here. I think that's number 23, Graham Knight.
Yeah, I believe that is Graham Knight. No, that is number 20, Cash Woods.
So up comes Keon Young to the mound, and let's see what he can do here. Try to get the Plainsmen off to a hard start here at the bottom of this first inning. He's going to be batting right against the right-hand pitcher.
That's going to be strike one. Keon's going to walk out of the box, step back in. That's a hit straight out to shortstop. If he can move fast enough, call out right there. That'll be the first out of the first inning for the Plainsmen.
And now coming up to the mound, it's going to be Cal Gore, who is followed by
Fowler, yes, Jevin Fowler.
Gore is ranked the number 8 sophomore in the state, standing at 5'11", 190. So let's see what he can do here. He's also our third baseman. That's going to be strike one right there for Woods.
That one was right at his elbows, basically. Just a little too far out. If there wasn't a net right there, that would have been right in our window, and I would not like the sight of that one.
Probably would have broken our window.
Yeah, I mean, especially with how fast these balls can move. And the count is 1-2. Hits it out to the outfield. That's going to be a nice single right there.
Good start by Gore right there. His first at the plate. And now coming up is going to be our pitcher, Jevin Fowler, followed by number 6, first baseman, Dallas Darrow.
Yeah, you can see when Dallas is up bat, he has a very large strike zone for just how tall he is.
But when he does connect with the ball, though, it's usually a pretty good one as well, though.
You just got to pay attention for Heath Weisel. Heath Weisel can send it downfield at any time. That's going to be ball 1. They're going to call strike on that. That was way out there. That one was 80 miles an hour. That's the count being 1-1. You have one out right here.
Gore does stay at first. Wood's constantly looking back at him, though, make sure he doesn't steal. Plainsmen do like to steal.
That one's right into the fence on our left side. That one was moving. It had some groove to it.
This going to count as a strike, though, so Fowler is in trouble here.
Yeah, you got two strikes. 1-2 is the count.
Anything can happen, though.
You do have Cal Gore at first.
It's like ump is going to stop play for a second. It's a low ball right there. So Fowler does stay alive.
Yeah, it's full count, though. You got to be real careful.
Wood's trying to catch Gore off guard. Not able to, though. Does get back to first. Plainsmen currently 9-3 in the district, which some good wins over Sand Springs, Muskogee.
Yeah, and that one's going to be fouled off right there. So 2-2 is the count. Excuse me, I'm a little tired. Had a caffeine-free root beer earlier. Should have got a caffeinated beverage for these type of nights.
Let's see what Fowler can do here on this full count. It's going to be another foul ball. So he does stay alive.
Earlier, I was talking to one of the assistant coaches for Bixby, and he was talking to me about how he really enjoys the Plainsmen David Allen Memorial Ballpark, and it's his favorite in all of baseball he's ever been to. He also spent 13 years at Jinx. That one.
Oh, let's see if that stays in. Oh, it's going to go out.
That one's right along the foul line. You can.
Just speaking of David Allen Memorial Ballpark, it's just historic overall for Enid. You know, not just the high school, but for the UNOC team as well. You know, they've won 3 national championships. You can see up there. They've won in 2005, 2019, and 2021. So just great history here.
That one's a nice ball out. And that's going to be 2 outs right there.
It's a nice double play right there by Bixby. And that's just going to – it's a tough break right there for the Plainsmen, but they got to bounce back in this second inning.
Yes, they do.
Also, an update, fans. The baseball game that was going to happen against Noble Friday has been moved to Saturday. And don't forget to show out for our softball team home at regionals Thursday. It's going to be a great tournament for them. They've had a great season with starts at 11. They've had some great players this year. You know, North Texas commit Palmer Pasby, and they will be playing UConn and Norman North. So some pretty good teams. It's going to be interesting to see how they do. Had a pretty good season overall, though. And then this Thursday, the track team is heading back to Putnam City for a conference against teams like Choctaw and the Putnam schools in Ponca. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do. Looking at district, though, Deer Creek is in first. Sand Springs second. Enid is in third. Bixby stands at fourth. Union at fifth. Bartlesville sixth. Muskogee seventh. And Putnam City North in last. And now hitting for Bixby, it's going to be Brody Stockhart. And he does get that out to the middle, though. It's going to be a race, so you can get this. And that's going to be a nice catch by Keon Young. Good start right there for the Plainsmen, top of the second inning. Up to bat now is going to be number 6, Ben Wozowski, the center fielder for the Spartans. And then after that, the lineup does restart. Crosby comes up next. High ball right there by Fowler, so it's going to be 1-0 the count. Bixby currently up 2-0 early in this game. That's going to be another hit by Relowski. That's going to go straight to the middle to Keon Young, and he's going to catch that one. 2 outs early second inning, back-to-back by Keon Young. And now the lineup does restart. John Crosby does come up to the mound, and Graham Knight is on deck. Some good pitching by Fowler, and some nice catches by Young to give the Plainsmen life. Crosby is batting right against the left-hand pitcher, and that's going to be ball 1. Crosby waiting the pitch. It's going to be a little too inside right there, and that's going to be ball 2. That's going to be ball 3, so chance right here for Crosby to get the first. Looking at the remaining schedule, Enid will travel to Bixby tomorrow, and then we'll play Saturday at home against Noble. And then the 6th through the 8th, they will be heading to regionals most likely. And then if they do make state, that's going to be the 14th through the 16th. And that was strike 1 as well for Fowler. And they're going to call that ball. So Crosby does go to first. And now up to the plate, it's going to be number 23, Graham Knight. And on deck is going to be Jackson Turney, who scored earlier in the first inning for Bixby. Can't give Bixby any momentum here early in this game. This is an aggressive team. And that is going to be a nice hit right there by Graham Knight. That goes all the way out to left field. And Crosby is going to stay at third, and Knight stays at second. Nice double right there by Knight. Gives Bixby some life. And now on the plate is going to be number 9, Jackson Turney. And on deck is number 8, Dax Sullivan. So an opportunity right here for Bixby to increase this lead. See what Fowler can do here, though. It's going to be ball 1 too high right there for Turney. Not the best start for Fowler so far. Slater is going to come up and talk to him real quick, the catcher. Just got to bounce back from this, though. We have seen this where Enid does go down early in these games, but eventually does come back, though. Just going to have to see what happens, though.
Yeah, Enid is always a comeback kid. Almost every sport, they do really enjoy coming back, and I don't know what it is on the team or what's going on, but they really do believe in a comeback story in a lot of games and instances.
And that's going to be a foul ball. That goes out of the ballpark, so it's 1-1 the count now. And we have seen those this year, Sam. We saw them against Woodward. They were down early in the game, ended up coming back against Edmond North, same situation, and PC North.
Yeah, exactly, but you can't wager a comeback game on a game, especially like this, with how serious this game is.
And this is a heated rivalry as well between these two. First of all, Bixby did beat Enid in 2023 for the state championship, and each game they played each other, it's been very close. And that's going to be a swing and a miss right there by Turney. So now it's full count, 2-2. And chance right here for Fowler to stop this. See what Fowler can do here, though. And that's going to be a foul ball right there. Just goes off the bat. Some decent pitching right now by Fowler. If you were to say, Sam, who would you say, in your opinion, gives the most effort out of any of the Plainsmen when they're on the field, given an opportunity?
Most effort, I'm going to look at Jevin Fowler. Most effort, I'm looking at Jevin Fowler. But you can't give up Cal and Keon. Or Dallas. Dallas is always tuned into the game. I've had the pleasure of talking to Dallas a couple times before this matchup and the whole season. And he's always been tuned in, and he's always been watching over his footage. He's always been watching our EPS Vision streams just to see how he's been playing.
And that's going to be a nice double right there. That's going to bring in 2 runs for Bixby as they increase this lead by 4 now. Nice double right there by Jackson Turney.
And he
will look like to be a quick 1-2-3 inning. Has turned into a disaster right here for the Plainsmen as Turney just has been having a great game so far early.
Yeah, and you got to be careful, especially with him heading things off into the backfield. You really got to be in tune if you're your outfielders.
Turney just stay at first, and there's a bunt, and that one would have hit us.
2, I don't think they don't have I think they don't have a good feeling about us. Those are coming right at our booth.
Yeah, I don't think Bixby likes us that much. And we don't like them much either, though.
Okay, Carson. Hey, to each their own.
And that's going to be another foul right there by Sullivan. So 0-2 the count now.
So, Carson, you did have a track meet on Friday. That's why you were not with us. Tell us about that.
So overall, the team did pretty good. We had some guys like Isaac Ibarra who placed third in the 800 or 4x8, ended up getting third as well. Beat some pretty good teams. Guys like Blaze Hernandez, Mateo Torres, and Oakley. We didn't have Jose that meet. He recovering. But he is ready to get back for conference. I've been talking to him. He's excited. He just wants to prove to everybody how good he is. And, our sprinters have been doing well. We got Isaiah Mitchell and Cash Hammonds that have been doing great so far. So I'm just excited to see how they do heading into conference Thursday. Even some throws, our guy Lucas Sears, the Newman brothers, Cash Mathis, and we got some good jumpers, and Julius Mitchell and Bailey Daniels. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be the third out in this inning.
Score is 4-0. We got to put our hats on, especially in situations like these. Carson's going to go get his concessions. He's hungry, but there's a lot of people in attendance today. Coach Elric. Shout out to Coach Elric. Getting ready for football next year in an independent schedule. Playing a lot of different classes. So we have a lot of our soccer team here, the boys and girls. It looks like we have a lot of people. McKinney's just naming a list off. I don't know if you know this, but Mr. Liddell and Dr. Robinson are now honorary FFA members. This is just a conversation, McKinney.
That's the basics.
Wow, thank you for paying attention to me, Mr. McKinney.
So the guy from Scotland is now future farmer of America. So that's interesting.
On the plate right now is Dallas Darrow, and that's already strike one. And like you said, Sam, with how tall Dallas is, his strike zone increases a lot. And that one's going to go out of the ballpark the wrong way, so it's already 0-2 the count. Bixby's looking to make this a quick out on Darrow. Jaron Dow is, and that's going to be strike three. That's an early out already for Cash Woods as Darrow strikes out. And now coming up to the plate, it's going to be right field Jaron Dow, and on deck is second baseman Baylor Shaw. So let's see what Dow can do here. Same as Darrow. Both of them are very tall, and that's going to be a nice hit, but that's going to go out of the ballpark the wrong way again. So
Hopefully it doesn't hit Mr. McKinney's rental.
his wife's rental, not his rental.
Oh, no, he's renting it. He's renting it from his wife.
He's renting it from his wife.
You better have it cleaned up soon, Mr. McKinney.
That one almost hit Dow right there, so now it's 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss right there by Dow, so now it's 1-2 the count. Bixby looking to end this bottom of the second inning quick. Also, congratulations to our boys soccer team. The best season in quite a while, actually. They defeated Stillwater. The first time in 36 years that they won the district with that win over Stillwater last week, and now they get to actually host regionals. We don't know who they're playing yet, but we will be streaming that for sure. And that was also a quick out on Dow, so now on base.
Well, we don't know if we're streaming it yet. We'll have to check. But yeah, we'll have to get approved first, and that'll be another out right there.
That was a quick 1-2-3 inning for Bixby right there, and this isn't going the way Enid wants it so far.
It's just been a tricky game, and that's the end of the second. But we're heading into the third, and hey, third time's a charm, huh?
We're going to have to see how Fowler does. He's not pitching awful, but to him, it wouldn't be pitching good.
Yeah,
but Bixby, still a great team, though.
Yeah, it looks like he's a little off at the rocker. He's not feeling too good, not feeling too happy about a lot of things. Tonight, you're giving up 4 points on the board. Again, that's not all on you. You expect to get some couple hits, but you also got to rely on the guys behind you, and if they're not connecting, you're not connecting, and it seems like.
Looks like they are going to keep him out there as well. But also, real quick, congratulations to Ethan Ritchie. He officially is committed now to Southern Nazarene for soccer. So that's cool to see. Southern Nazarene and Enid kind of got a good connection going on. You know, they've got some other guys like Kobe Green and all that.
Yeah, it's a little funnel up the next level. At least you can play in the next level of athletics, which is not easily accessible with the NIL and the portal.
Yeah, and we know Enid, they're trying to get their own little NIL going.
Yes.
Hopefully that goes well for them, because I would love to see that. Anything can happen, though. So on the plate now for Bixby, it's going to be Braxton Bacon. Had that great hit earlier for them. And on deck is Barrett Stanley. And Fowler is going to stay out there for pitching. See how he does here. And that is going to be a foul ball. Bacon thought it was fair, but it wasn't. Oh, excuse me. So it's actually Cody Young at base right now. It's Braxton Bacon on deck, so my apologies. But that's going to be a foul, so now it's going to be 0-1 the count. Wind is starting to pick up here in Enid, and we all know Oklahoma weather. It's something. That's going to be ball one. A little too low right there for Young. Gotta be thinking, what is Fowler thinking right now? And that is going to be strike two, so that was a nice strike right there by Fowler. Give him some momentum. Try to get Cody Young out of here. And that's just going to be another foul right there, so Young does stay alive. Two twos to count. That's going to be outside to the right, so now it's full count, 3-2. Seen this before with Fowler. See if he can get it here. Very reliable pitcher for sure. And that's going to be a hit right there by Young. Picked up, though, and he does get out. Nice catch by Darrow. It was picked up by number 16, Matt Holzer, who made the throw. So, nice out right there by the Plainsmen. So now batting is Braxton Bacon, and Barrett Stanley is on deck. That's going to go out of the ballpark to the right fence. So it's going to be foul. So this is going to be strike one. Spartans head coach Dean Wilson has been coaching them for 7 years, already has a state championship. Coach Gore hasn't won a state championship yet for Enid, but I feel like before, retirement or anything, I feel like he will win a state championship for Enid soon. Got some great guys on the team, and the development as well is great. And that's also going to be another foul, so it's going to be 1-2 the count now. Bixby has scored 2 points in the first and second inning. They're currently up 4-0. Not to start the Plainsmen want. That's going to be strike three. Nice ball right there by Fowler, and that's going to be the second out of this inning. And now coming up to the plate, it's going to be Barrett Stanley, and on deck is Brody Stockard. And that's going to be a foul ball. Might hit our roof. Yep, it did. So it's going to be strike one right there. So 1 is the count. And hitting right now is Barrett Stanley. Fowler seems to be getting more confident. And that's a decent hit, but it is going to be picked up. And Darrow's going to get that. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 out right there for the Plainsmen. And that's going to end the top of the 3rd inning. And it looks like coming up to hit next for them, it's going to be Slater, Heath Weisel, and Kyan Butler. Bixby's Cashwood has been dealing today so far for them. Hasn't allowed only 1 on base, which was Cal Gore in the 1st inning. Other than that, nothing else. Looking at the scores around the state, currently UConn up 4-0 over Edmond Santa Fe. Not seeing the score yet on Sand Springs and Muskogee. Let's hope that Muskogee can pull off the upset against Sand Springs. They do play them twice, so if Enid can get 2 wins over Bixby and Sand Springs loses at least one of their games, that'll be a saving grace for them. But Slater is now up to bat, and that's a nice hit, but that is going to be a foul, though. Good start right there for Zarek Slater. Heath Weisel is on deck, followed by Kyan Butler. It's going to be ball 1, too high right there. And that one nearly hits Slater. Dodges it, though, so it's going to be ball 2. Slater is also the catcher for the Plainsmen. Him and Brody Mills rotate almost every game. There's a nice hit to left field, but it looks like it's going to be an easy catch out there for the Spartans. And that's going to be the first out this inning. So now up to the plate is number 15, Heath Weisel, and on deck is Kyan Butler, and after him, it'll be Matt Holtzel, the shortstop. Weisel is our designated hitter. He is the Coffeyville Community College commit, him and Dallas Darrow. It's going to be ball 1, too high right there for Weisel. And that's going to go out of this ballpark to right field, so it's going to be 1-1 count. And they're going to call that a strike. 50-50 right there, but umps are going to say that was a strike. Can't argue with the ump either. Woods has been dealing today. And that's going to be strike 3, so Weisel strikes out. And now up to the plate, it's going to be Kyan Butler, and on deck, it is, looks like Keon Young, so Matt Holtzel looks like he's not going to be hitting. Butler is a left fielder. He's going to be batting right. Woods is pitching right. It's going to be 2 outside, so it's going to be ball 1. Enid's going to have to do something. There's only 7 innings in high school baseball, and it's about to be the end of the 3rd, so They got 4 more innings to do something. But Bixby's a very aggressive team, and they're showing it right now. And that's going to be ball 2 as well. It's going to be a swing and a miss right there, so it's going to be strike 1. See what Butler can do. That one would have hit him if he didn't dodge it, so that's going to be ball 3. Another swing and a miss right there. It's going to be strike 2, so now it's full count. Another swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. And Butler strikes out, and that's going to end the 3rd inning. And now we're going to go to the top of the 4th inning. Bixby currently up 4-0 over Enid. Not the start the Plainsmen want.
We are now moving into the top of the 4th inning. Number 10 for the Spartans up to bat. That is Barrett Stanley. We'll see what the Spartans can do here in the top of the 4th inning, about halfway through this game. Current score is 4-0 in the Spartans' favor. Hopefully the Plainsmen can come back from this. But we'll see what happens. That's going to be 1 ball. It's going to be 1 strike. 1-1 is the count. Plainsmen looking to get some quick outs here to try to come back from this. They really can't let the Spartans score anymore if they want to turn this game around. It's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's a hit from the Spartans. Let's see if we can catch it. And we do easily. That's going to be 1 out for the Spartans. Love to see it. Next up to bat, looks like it's number 6, I believe. That is Ben Rogalski. We'll see what he can do here. It's going to be 1 strike. And that's a hit. See if we can catch it here. And we do. That's out number 2 for the Spartans. 2 in a row. Plainsmen certainly ramping up their defense. Didn't allow the Spartans to score in the last inning either. Now to bat number 3, John Crosby. One more out, and Plainsmen will be back up to bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's going to be 1 strike. That'll be a hit. See if we can catch that. And we drop it, unfortunately. Spartan's going to run to second base. He's going to stay there. Next up, number 23, Graham Knight. Currently have a player at second base now. Hopefully the Plainsmen are able to stop the Spartans before they can get any further. It's going to be a hit from the Spartans, see if we can catch it. And we do. That's 3 outs. Plainsmen back up to bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. You love to see it. Hopefully the Plainsmen can get some runs on the board this inning. Now up to bat for the Plainsmen, the bottom of the 4th inning. It's going to be number 8, Kyle Gore. We'll see what he can do for the Plainsmen. Oh, I apologize. That's number 7, Keon Young. Number 8, Kyle Gore is on the bench. See what Keon can do here. Definitely one of our star players on the team. It's going to be 1 ball. It's going to be ball 2. 2-0 is the count. Hopefully Keon can make something happen here for the Plainsmen. I'd love to see a home run out here today. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be a foul. 2-1 is the count.
All right, so 2-1 is now the count. That's going to be ball 3, so now 3-1 is the count. Opportunity right here for Young to get on base for the first time today. And that's going to be a pop fly to right field. And that's going to be a catch right there for the Spartans. And Young is going to go out. So now coming up to the plate, it's going to be the third baseman, Cal Gore, followed by our pitcher, Jevin Fowler, on deck. See what Gore can do here. There's a hit by Gore out to left field, but it's going to go out of the ballpark, so it's going to be strike 1. Enid's going to have to do something if they want to win this game. We're in the middle of it right now, but anything is possible in baseball. It's going to be ball 1. Too low right there for Gore. Swing and a miss right there by Gore. So now 1-2 is the count. There's a hit right there, but it's going to be a foul ball. Also, fans or students watching, remember the vote for our senior class president for next year. Right now, the contestants are Michael Badella, who is a cross-country choir and a track person. Layla Martinez, who also did cross-country for a little bit. Also one of our photographers and an editor. And then we also have Cade Morris, who is involved with FCA, great guy. And then, for vice president, the only candidate I know right now is Maddie Diaz. Go vote for her if you can. Or you vote who you want to. Me personally, if I had to pick one, most likely Michael, since that is my teammate and friend. But also, that was ball 2, so now we're even now at 2-2. Now it's full count, so it's 3-2. So opportunity right here for Gore to get on base. We saw this earlier with Young before he had that pop fly and it was caught by the Spartans. Just going to have to see what Gore does here, though. Also depends what Cash Woods does. And that's going to be a hit out to the left. But it looks like, and it bounces off. And Gore's going to try to get, and runs into the ump. Could have been a double right there, but ran into the ump, so he's got to stay at first. Just not what Gore wanted. You can see the frustration right there. Now on the plate now is our pitcher, Jevin Fowler. And there's a hit. That's going out to left field, out of this ballpark. Probably hit a rental. Also, shout out to our crew tonight. We got Aaliyah and Kane Jones as our camera operators. Logan Smith directing along with Mr. McKinney and me and Sam for commentating. It's going to be strike 2 right there. Dallas Darrow currently on deck. Up next, Gore at first with only 1 out at the bottom of the 4th. No team has scored since the top of the 2nd, which was Bixby. And there's a hit. And that might get him a base, and it is. A huge mistake right there by Bixby, and you don't really see that from them, and let's hope that doesn't cost them. But that was a nice hit, though, by Fowler, and now they're going to do a pinch runner with number 18, Gabe Fleece, also a cornerback for the football team, just known as being a great guy, a funny guy. People love him, but he's got speed, so if you want him to steal a base, just ask. And Gore also does get the second base, so now coming up to the plate is Dallas Darrow, who was struck out earlier. He does have size to his advantage, but also a disadvantage because of how tall he is. The strike box does increase. But that is going to be ball 1. So he was batting left-handed his first bat. Now he's batting right, so he's a switch hitter, as Mr. McKinney just pointed out. Woods is pitching right hand. Looking back at Gore. It's going to be ball 2. So far, this is the best inning that